You actually are a graphic designer, and it's not just the photography portion of it. One of the things that kind of blew me away was you will every now and then on your Facebook share pictures of like, I did this thing for one of my classes, and it's like, I just kind of threw this together today. And it's like, how did you throw that together and it looks so good? Because believe it or not, when I first went to Iowa Central, I took graphic design classes. I didn't make it out. I didn't graduate. I took one semester and dropped out. And so I didn't really learn too much. I would be what I would call a novice. A novice is so much better than somebody that doesn't know anything, because people that don't know anything, it's kind of tough when they try to design their own stuff, because Microsoft Paint can only do so much, So,
Oh gosh.
but you also do graphic design work, and it's I don't want to blow your head up here too much, but it looks really nice, and it was one of the reasons that I thought this would be a good reason for you to come on the podcast, because not only do I talk to artists, but this graphic design is just as much an art form as somebody that can doodle or draw something or whatever. And I do a lot of people with music, and musicians are on here, and this isn't anything against musicians, but I see a lot of people who just like steal an image off somewhere on the internet, and then they're just like, I'll just put a block letter thing of my name over top of this and we'll call it good,
Yeah.
I could have done that for Audible Farm, but I paid a graphic designer to make me one, and it looks so much better. Yes, I paid a graphic designer to do
Can you
it.
add in an applause?
I wish I had a soundboard.
So proud of you.
Crowd goes wild. No, but seriously, I know a lot of people shy away from it because it's just like, I'm not paying this person $50. I'm not paying this person $100. And it's like, do it. It's going to be so worth it, because they can make something for you and then alter it in certain fashions that we wouldn't be able to do, or like we were talking about the difference between like a vector versus just like your simple JPEGs and stuff. And it's like, if you just make a JPEG and it looks okay, have fun trying to blow it up or stretch it out a certain way. Ain't gonna look good.
No.
So when I was doing the stuff, I was like, I want something that kind of looks like this. I want a big one. I want a small one. I want one with a clear background so I could set it on top of something. I want one with a solid background so I can, et cetera, et cetera. And the person that I had do my graphic design work, it was Brent Licata. I did a podcast with him a while back, if you guys want to look for that one. But he helped me out a lot with that. And it was great to have somebody that knew what they were doing. Because like I said, I could have done it, but it would have just been like, here's a dumb picture of something and then some block letters over it, and we'll just call it good. How did you decide to do this? That's something else that kind of blew me away. Was it something that you were like, I like art enough that maybe I'll try and do it with computers? Or were you much of a drawer, or?
So I used to draw a little bit, without going into too much detail. It was a lot when I was going through mental health struggles that I was definitely drawing a lot. It was my way of expressing my emotion. But I mean, I drew a little bit. I think honestly, when I was in high school, before I decided to take culinary, I did want to go into graphic design. But then I was like, you know what? I don't think I could do it. Like, I just don't think I'd be good at it. 100% that did go through my head.
Yeah.
And, because it's a lot of art, and I mean, I drew a little bit, but I never considered myself, an artist.
An artist.
Yeah. And so the more I thought about it, I ended up actually taking digital mass communications at first, which is like a mixture of like graphic design, but it also has to do with a lot of writing and stuff.